Tucker told us so.
He is the worst. I actually didn't tell you so. I thought he was going to be a bad president. I had no idea how bad it would be. None.
But we're talking about Iraq. You told us that he would not get us out of Iraq.
Well, I knew that. I knew that from the beginning.
Speaking of Osama bin Laden, man, now this isn't a reality show that I wouldn't mind seeing. Reports now from Osama's son is that he was cruel and unusual, and he had all types of unusual parenting. Osama bin Laden's son said his dad tested poison gas on their family pets. Can you imagine growing up? Can you imagine the new reality show sweeping the world? Growing up, Osama bin Laden. Growing up bin Laden. I mean, growing up Gotti and the Kardashians. Let me see Osama bin Laden and how that guy ran around. Now, that would be a reality show, would it not, Tucker? We still, you know what? Osama bin Laden, Brent, could have his own reality show over there in Jihad Television. We still couldn't find him.
That's true.
He'd be out taping, things, various things over there, Brandon. We still couldn't find him.
That's true, because he'd be in Waziristan, and we just get the same runaround that we always
Let me ask you a question, Tucker. If he's in Waziristan, or, I'm a homo stan, or whatever the hell, whatever stand he's at, why in the hell can't we find him? Give me your hillbilly. I can understand what you're saying, Reader's Digest.
Well, I'll tell you, because I've actually been there, to that part of Pakistan. It is the most weird, lockdown, hostile to outsiders place I've ever been.
I mean, more rugged than our men and women of our military, and more advanced than any type of technology that we have, that you know of and that I know of or don't even know of. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, it's a very large area geographically.
Yeah.
It's in another country. It's not in Afghanistan. We don't have control over Pakistan. It's run by a government that is semi-hostile to us. They have nuclear weapons. And they have a lot of radical Muslim groups in that country that would love the pretext to take control. And so if we were to, drop the 101st Airborne into Waziristan, into the northwest border territories of Pakistan, I mean, you could see the government fall.
It's the ultimate no-win situation.
It really is. I mean, we can't do whatever we want there. And Obama, to his credit, has sent a lot of Predator drones in there to kill al-Qaeda members and Taliban leaders, but I mean, you just can't send a lot of ground troops there. You just can't.
Yeah, it's because
they bomb them.
Plus, when you send a bunch of drones in there and you have a lot of civilian casualties, it's not really endearing yourself to the Muslim world.
Like we can hurt our reputation with the Muslim world any more than it already. Yeah, but I mean, they already growing up a Muslim. They already hate us.
Yeah, but I think Mance's point's the same one we've made all along. It's like, okay, you kill one civilian, and you're making 15, 20 more enemies because you killed a civilian. So now you've got 20 people that hate America because you killed their mom or their dad.
And Tucker points out something very smart, which is it is a large geographic area that's almost impossible to control. You're talking about an area of tribal score settling for hundreds of years.
Right.
So get the hell out of there.
Right.
Why don't we?
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, Tucker, why don't we just get out? Why don't we just say, okay, you know what? Osama bin Laden, we didn't get him. He's over here somewhere. Just let him be a still stinky-ass Arab that he is. Let's just let's get out of here and, put all these guys over on our soil and protecting our country.
Well, because
what?
The fear is that the country would be used again as a staging ground for terror attacks against the United States.
The monkey bar theory again.
Yeah. So I see B-roll footage of a bunch of, greasy-ass Taliban, doing the monkey bars and shooting BB guns.
Well, see, now they're off to using countries, though, in East Africa and West Africa to
they'll find a place.
Attacks.
They'll find a place.
Yeah, I mean,
there's plenty of land.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to use land to set up some monkey bars.
They're going to use Somalia, where they got pirates all along the coast and basically no government.
I'll tell you what, if I was an Obama, look, I didn't vote for Obama, but if I did vote for Obama, I would feel so betrayed right now because he's literally, you might know better than I, but has he done one thing that he said he was going to do? I mean, one.
Yeah, he stood up for the abortion people. That was the first thing he did.
Yeah, but that's a law that you're really never going to change anyways, and the president...
No, but I mean, he said he would do everything he can to, help abortion, and he's definitely done that. What else has he done? Not too much. The left is very mad at him. Very mad. In the end, they'll support him like the partisan robots they are, but they're complaining a lot.
Now, can you see him being a one-termer here?
No, I don't.
You see him going 2 terms, Willie?
I do. I mean, it's very hard to beat an incumbent president. Clinton did it, but that was rare.
And that was with the help of Ross
Clinton
Perot.
Was extraordinarily talented politically. The press was obviously foursquare behind Bill Clinton, and the country was in this weird transition period. The Cold War had just ended. There didn't seem to be that much at stake. I don't know. When you have a crisis, people are very hesitant to give up the leadership they have, even if it's a flawed leadership. And by the way, the Republicans are really disorganized. I mean, they really are.
That's true. I mean, what about the state of Florida here? You know, there's a big Senate race going on with, obviously, Governor Charlie Crist and Rubio, and that's neck and neck right now. Who do you see pulling that one out?
Well, Rubio
I personally think Rubio's going to win.
Well, but here's what people don't realize is that Rubio is the equivalent to the Republican Osama bin Laden. Barack Obama. He is, maybe Osama bin Laden is too, Brent. I mean, he is a panderer. He's young. He's good looking. He represents change. He's somebody that's been shot out of nowhere. And what people don't realize is, and I like Charlie Crist. I really do. He doesn't bang the Bible. He's not
the moral police.
He's not the moral police. Tucker, you'd like the guy. And Rubio is a big, and a lot of people don't know this, and I think it's my right to tell people this, and it's true. Rubio is a huge lobbyist.
Yep.
Huge time. A huge paid lobbyist. And I got a problem with anybody that does that.
Why?
What do you mean, why? That's the fundamental of most corruption, jackass.
What are you talking about? Why is it corrupt to lobby government? We all lobby government. You do it every day on your show. You say, I think government should do this, that, or the other thing, and people listen to you. You have a lot more power than your average lobbyist.
And I don't have my hand out, to do that either. I'm not in there trying to change. You know what? I'm trying to change opinion. I'm not trying to change law.
And how can Rubio?
How about that?
Really, I'm not attacking you, by the way. I do the same thing. I mean, I very much try and change opinion, which is the same as changing law.
No, it's not.
Influence from a radio host and influence from a lobbyist that's having lunch with a politician are two totally different things.
Well, they're different in this way. One takes place in public, and everyone can judge it because everyone can see it.
Right. There it is. It's on its surface.
And that's a real difference. I agree with you.
And you know nothing shady is going on.
I don't have a problem with anybody being a public lobbyist. In fact, Brent, they should say, you know what, lobbying is legal as long as you're going to do it on a television station that people can watch you and what you're saying about what you're representing.
And we can see which representatives are there meeting with you.
Yeah.
We have a lot of disclosure laws that are supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to register as a lobbyist.
Yeah, you know how those go.
Yeah, keyword. Supposed to do.
And the other question I have about Rubio...
I'm really disappointed in you, man, that you for a minute would say that lobbying is not a bigger problem. Probably one of the huge...
It's the biggest problem.
I think that's ridiculous. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with
let me give you an example.
No, lobbying for foreign governments is a little bit different.
How can you... No, you can't fragment lobbying in itself. Lobbying is lobbying, jackass.
Now, no matter what you do for a living, Tuck, there's people that lobby the business. Now, in radio, this is how shifty radio is. Back in the day when these record labels needed a record played, they'd obviously grease the program directors with cash, cocaine, whatever needed to be done to get that record done. Now that Tuck is for a record. That's for a song.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine what they're doing for a law.
Where the stakes are that high.
Hold on.
Think about that.
And I'll give you a great example. So the federal government delayed the merger of Sirius and XM on antitrust grounds.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That hurt
me.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
That
it
hurt you. That hurt us like you wouldn't believe.
Both companies, it hurt your business.
Yes.
You get on the radio and you say, you know what? The federal government is destroying jobs by doing this. They're hurting all of us.
No. Here's what you don't Here's what you don't realize is
that's lobbying.
No, shut up. Here's what you don't realize is that we were told because everybody's afraid of the federal government when you are on their radar. We were told in very specific terms, don't mention it. We very rarely step in and tell you what to do and don't, but we're telling you now, do not mention it in any way, shape, or form.
And the reason it was held up was because of lobbying by the NAB.
I mean, that's why you guys got screwed.
I'm sorry, Manson been
so stupid that they would say something.
Hold on, Tucker, listen to this.
The whole reason that the merger was held up was because of all the lobbying by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Right. That's exactly. Who said that?
Manson.
Yeah, Manson. I totally agree with you.
So now
so here you see...
Our government is bought and paid for with corporations.
So lobby. Okay, so a lobby is, by definition, a group of constituents, U.S. citizens whose lives are being affected by what government does. They stand up and say, stop it. Every political party is a lobby. Every interest group is a lobby. The Tea Party is a lobby. The NRA, they're all lobbies. The radio business, XM Sirius, guys, me.
We didn't have a lobby. We only represented.
Well, then that's whose fault is that?
So now you have to be have a lobbyist or be a big time lobby in order to get anything, even the right thing done.
Yeah, you have to pay millions and millions and millions of dollars to have the right thing done.
Look, what the lobbyists
Tucker,
say
come on, jackass.
No, it doesn't actually need to be about money.